Good morning. Today we'll discuss the user datagram protocol in transport layer. So transport layer has three communication protocols. One is UDP, TCP, as well as SCTP. UDP stands for user datagram protocol. TCP stands for transmission control protocol, and SCTP, stream control transmission protocol. So we'll discuss today UDP, user datagram protocol. User datagram protocol is also called as a connectionless, unreliable transport protocol here. It does not add anything to the services of IP except to provide the process-to-process communication instead of host-to-host communication here. So generally, Internet has two main protocols in transport layer. One is a connectionless protocol called as a UDP and connection-oriented protocol called as a TCP. UDP is just IP with a short header added here. UDP provides way for applications to send encapsulated IP datagrams and send them without having to establish a connection here. UDP transmits segments consists of 8-byte header followed by the payload data. When UDP packet arrives, its payload is handed to process attached to the destination path. This achievement occurs when bind primitive is issued here. So there are well-known ports used by the UDP, and the port numbers are these, and these are the protocols. For each protocol there is a description: 7 for echo, 9 for discard the datagram that is received, 11 for users, active users, 13 daytime, it is a day and time, like that, 17, 19, 53, 67 boot TP for boot P S and boot C for 68, 69 for TFTP, 111 for RPC remote procedure call, 123 for NTP network time protocol, 161 for SNMP simple network management protocol, 162 for SNMP simple network management protocol. So coming to the user datagram format, okay, UDP header or user datagram format, we have source port number, destination port number, and total length checksum in the header format here. Source port number used by the process running on the source host here. It is a 16-bit long, and port number can range from 0 to 65,535 bytes here. If source host is a client, port number is informal port number requested by the process and chosen by the UDP software here running on the source host here. If source host is a server, port number is a well-known port number here. So destination port number, coming to the destination port number, is a process running on the destination host here. It is also a 16-bit long, and length defines total length of user datagram, total length of the user datagram, and header plus data. You can see total length, UDP length equal to IP length minus IP address length here. And coming to the checksum, used to detect the errors over the entire user datagram here. Coming to the internet transport protocols, we also have remote procedure call and real-time transfer protocols in the UDP here. So coming to the remote procedure call, sending a message to the remote host and getting a reply back is same as a function call in a programming language. So I learned the concepts called like a functions in a C programming, the same as a function call in a programming language with one or more parameters and get back the result here. When process, in this example, when process on machine 1 calls the procedure on machine 2, the calling process on machine 1 is suspended and execution of call procedure takes place on the machine 2 here. So information can be transported from caller to callee in a parameter and come back in a procedure as a result here. No message passing is visible to programmer. This technique is called as a RPC. RPC stands for here remote procedure call. Here calling procedure is known as a client and called procedure is called as a server here. In a simplest form, to call remote procedure, the client program must bond with small library procedure called as a client stub here. The client stub. The client stub represents server procedure in client address space. Similarly, in the server also, server is bonded with the procedure called as a server stub here. These procedures hide the fact of procedure call from client to the server is not a local. We have some problems when you are going to have the remote procedure call. One of the biggest problem is use of a pointer parameters. Nothing but passing a pointer to a procedure is not a problem. Called procedure or caller can use a pointer in a same virtual address space here. That means when the client and server is running on the same system, same virtual address space, there is no problem for called procedure as well as a caller procedure by using a pointer. But when passing a pointer with the remote procedure is impossible because client and server are running on a different address spaces here. Different address spaces here in a remote procedure call. Second problem is weakly typed languages like C. So is not always possible to reduce types of parameters here. And also the fourth problem is use of global variables. Normally calling and call procedure can communicate by using global variables, but global variables is moved to global variables cannot be shared. Called procedure is moved to remote machine here. Normally calling and call procedure can communicate by using the global variables here, but global variables cannot be shared here. Coming to the third concept, real-time transfer protocol. Client-server RPC is one area in which UDP is widely used. Another one is real-time multimedia applications. This is called as a RTP. RTP stands for real-time transfer protocol. The position of RTP in a protocol stack is somewhat strange, you can see. So it was decided to put RTP in a user space and have to run over the UDP here. So there is a RTP protocol is placed in the user space and you want to run this RTP protocol with the help of socket interface with the help of UDP protocol here. Multimedia applications consist of multiple audio. Generally this multimedia application consists of multiple audio, video, text and possibly other streams here. These are fed into the RTP library, which is user space along the application. This library then multiplexes the streams and encodes them into the RTP packets here. which then stuffs into the socket here. At the other end of the socket, UDP packets are generated and embedded into the IP packet here. If computer is a Ethernet, IP packets are then put into the Ethernet frame for the transmission here. So multimedia application can be embedded into RTP, into the socket function, to the UDP protocol, to the IP, and then Ethernet. The basic function of RTP is to multiplex several real-time data streams onto the single stream of UDP packets here. So UDP stream can be sent into single destination or multiple destinations. RTP payload is in the RTP header format, and this the UDP payload in the UDP header, and IP payload in the IP header, and Ethernet payload in the Ethernet header here. RTP has no flow control, no error control, no acknowledgements here, no mechanism to request a retransmission here. Coming to the real-time transfer protocol RTP header, we have some fields. First one is a version. VER stands for version field. 2-bit field it is. It indicates version field. And P indicates packet has been padded to multiple of 4 bytes here. And X indicates extension header is present. And CC tells how many contributing sources are present from 0 to 15. And M stands for application specific marker. Mark is used to start a video frame. Marker is used to start a video frame in a multimedia applications. Payload type tells encoding algorithm has been used, and sequence number just a counter that is incremented on each RTP packet sent. Timestamp, packet arrival time. Synchronization source identifier tells which stream packet belongs to, and contributing source identifier used when mixes are present in a studio. RTP has sister protocol called as a RTCP, real-time transfer control protocol. It handles feedback, synchronization, as well as the user interface. First function is to provide feedback on delay, jitter, bandwidth, and congestion, and other network properties to the sources here. RTCP has 5 types of messages: sender report, receiver report, server description message, buy message, application specific message. Thank you for listening to the session. Thank you very much.